need to like fix that. Hold on. Oh, and now it's dark.
No other light.
Hold on. It looks like Halo. Well, it's weird. My Beyonce voice is not working this way. So weird.
Neither is mine. My Whitney voice.
Wait, I saw the best. That's not gonna work because the lighting is terrible. I'm gonna put it over here. I saw the best. What did I see? I can't even think about what I'm saying right now. I saw the best shirt that said, "When my friends try to sing any part that doesn't belong to Michelle or what was the other chick's name?"
Exactly. Exactly.
Why is that the worst? It's terrible.
Yeah, I know. What's her name?
Kelly and Michelle.
Wait, Kelly's the good one. Michelle was the...
No, they were both good. They were just different.
No, Michelle was the one, the runt.
She was not a runt,
She was the runt of the group, considered the runt of the group. No, it's true.
Oh my God. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for reading my book. I appreciate that. So, ooh, look at that. Okay.
That's not yet.
Oh, just kidding.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. So good morning from New Jersey. I'm actually going to get ready to go to the airport, which is why I'm up so early. I'm also up so early because... Can I wipe my nose on your towel? How sexy is that, people? Say hi to Brandy.
Good morning.
Okay. I'm also up early because Brandy broke the toilet at 4 in the morning.
I did not break the toilet.
4 in the morning.
Babe, tell the truth.
Animals were coming 2 by 2.
The arc is true. The toilet was possessed. The water was shooting up. And first of all, I did a number 1. Let's just make that clear, everyone. I did a number 1 at 4 in the morning and ran out like a 2-year-old. I'm like, Jay, the toilet is overflowing. It was literally spurting like a fountain.
I've never seen anything like it.
Ever.
I was literally thinking, get Michael. Oh.
It was spurting.
This is why I have a husband. Because when things like that happen, I go, get Michael.
It was horrible.
Okay, so...
I broke the toilet.
So I get up at 4 o'clock and poor Brandy is literally in swimmies, in floaties, and a bikini bottom trying to save herself. And all I could say is, nobody wants me to sleep. The whole world is conspiring against me. Nobody wants me to sleep. And Brandy's like, blah, blah, blah.
Help me. Help me. I'm drowning. The toilet was possessed. I've never seen it like that. You guys don't understand. It's not like a normal over. It was
my God.
perfect.
No, and Michael taught me how to fix like toilets, right? Like, don't like call me to come to your house or anything, but like basic fixing toilets. So I like pull the lid off the back and I start doing like toilet surgery.
I had no idea what to do.
And it finally settled down, but the damage was done.
Water everywhere.
Whoa, water everywhere. And basically Brandy and I swam back to the bed. It was interesting. Anyway, so Brandy and I were talking about marriage. And we were talking about, does marriage always have to be for love? In a perfect world, you would meet someone and fall madly in love, and you would think he was a prince, and then soon find out his poop smelled like everybody else's. But love would be the foundation. Now, I think that if I were going to do it again, but I've already said on Coffee Talk 1,000 times, and I'll say it again and again and again, I will never get married again. But if I did, it would not be for love. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm just keeping it real. I think that marriage is very hard. And love ebbs and flows. And there are some times when you're going, really, all you want me to fall back on right now is love? I don't feel like I love this person. I I feel like I want to shoot this person and literally duct tape him to the front of my car.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow.
It's real. So, what if you married for like companionship? Like someone who just had things that were like later in life. I get it when you're 23 and you still believe in Santa Claus and like you still believe that your man is going to save the day and stuff. But by like 35, you figure out you can save your own freaking day and like, do you really need to marry? And listen, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. If you are in love, that is wonderful. I'm talking about what are some other reasons Brandy is not married now. They asked me.
Oh, am I married?
No, I said no.
Oh.
So, why get married then? Well, let's talk about it, Zareen. I think marrying for companionship, finding somebody that you have things in common with. Things in common with. Somebody that you could grow old with, where there isn't sort of like the highs and lows of like love and tumultuous, like you don't love me and you're not paying attention to me. If none of those things were a factor in your marriage, if you literally just married someone at like 45 and married somebody like you both love baseball, you both love to travel,
right.
Like you both love to go on cruises or something.
A partner.
Yeah, like a partner.
Right.
Like a partner. This is just a conversation. I'm just interested to hear what other people think about it. People who have been married, people who have never been married. Do you want to marry for love?
It would be nice. It would
Okay.
be that would be ideal, but
Okay.
it's not. It's okay if I don't.
Marry for love.
Right, because I've been there before as far as like a relationship that was, very serious, and I really, really loved him, and I know what you mean, and I wanted to marry him, and he wanted to marry me, and when it ended, it was really horrible, and I don't ever want to go through that again. So,
well, I do feel like I need to say to you, in that situation, I would not deter you from not marrying for love because ending that relationship was hard. Because I wouldn't want you not to take a chance on a beautiful life.
But I do. You know that I do. I put myself out there, not as much as I should, but I'm not closed to love. Not at all. I'm not closed.
I love Amy Lauren. Married and divorced for 13 years. Happiest 13 years of my life.
I've heard that before from people who are divorced.
Well, no, I think that our generation, my generation, my mom said to me, and I don't know, please don't judge my mom. Judge her for a lot of things, but don't judge her for this. My mom said to me, don't marry for love, marry for money.
My mother basically said the same thing too.
My mother told me that, and I was like, Ma.
My mother said the first time you marry for love, the first time you marry for money, second time you marry for love, the third time you marry for companionship. That's
Okay.
what my mother said.
Okay, well, ain't nobody getting married that many times here
Mom was almost.
in this life. But my mom did say, she was like, Jamie, I've been down the road, married for money. And I was like, Mom, but I get it. I kind of get it. I think so many people marry for love and then they end up in a marriage where 10 years down the road, they have fallen out of love and they don't know who they are together anymore. And they feel like getting divorced is the only option. How do you turn? So maybe the conversation needs to be, how do you turn a marriage when the love is gone into a marriage for companionship? See, that's what I think Michael and I would be really good at. If Michael and I fell out of love, Michael and I could stay together for companionship. Because Michael and I, it was never that like hot and heavy romantic love, like where we just couldn't keep our hands off each other. We love each other.
Right.
We love each other. You know what it is? It's like it was never lust with Michael and I. That's why it never would have worked with Sony and I long term. Because it was all lust and drama and like the highs and the lows and the highs and the lows. That life doesn't sustain that.
Right.
It never would have worked. But I don't know, it's interesting. But why be with someone if you're not in love? This is the conversation we're having, Jamie Ann. This is the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about companionship and having a partner in life. And can you commit yourself to somebody who you enjoy life with, but are not necessarily in love with?
Right.
Again, I'm not saying there is a right or wrong answer, because it's not one dimensional for everybody. What works for me may not work for you, or may not work for Brandy, or whatever. I'm just saying it's a conversation to have, because I know that there are a lot of women out there who wonder if they will ever fall in love again, and they meet wonderful men who just want to be with them and enjoy life with them. Men too.
Also, yeah.
100%. 100%.
I have a cousin who's older who never remarried because his wife cheated on him. He caught her many, many years ago. He's in his 70s now. True story. And this is why I always look at him.
You're welcome, Andrea Carillon.
He's 70-something years old. And he's a perfect example of someone who is later in life, needs companionship. Just someone to go to brunch with on Sundays. Okay? Someone to help him clean the house. You know, at 70-something years old and semi-handicapped, it's hard. You know, who wants to be like that? So that's what I mean. Like, marriage is, you don't always necessarily marry for love. Like, right now in his life, he could definitely use companionship.
Yes, some women just want companionship. Right. I think my mother loves my stepfather. Like, they've been together a long time. I think she loves, why do people send me tricky coffee pots? I should not have to work for the coffee pot to work. Can you help me? But, you know, I think they're in a relationship for companionship now.
Right.
They don't want to be alone.
Right.
And all I'm saying is, I think that's okay.
Right.
If you are in a place in your life where you're not necessarily looking for love anymore, if you find it great, but I just want to say that it is okay to be with someone that you don't necessarily love, but that you just enjoy. And maybe the love will come.
Right.
Maybe the love will come. I don't think my mother married my father for love. I really don't. I think my mother married my father for potential. I think she saw that he was probably going to be successful. He was kind of cute, kind of dorky. You know, he was a hippie. My mom was not. My mom was very Sex in the City. My dad was very, like...
Williamsburg?
Yes, Brooklyn.
Right.
Right? And I think she married him for potential. Okay. Real talk. And I think the love came. The love came in having children and building a life. But I don't think she was ever really, like, in love with him. I don't. That doesn't make me sad either, because I'm a grown-up now. I'm a big girl now.
Right.
I can do what I want. I don't think she was ever in love with him like that. I don't. It doesn't make me sad. And listen, I don't know that my mom ever, like, I don't know.
What would you tell your daughters when they get of age about marriage and what to do?
That's a great question. Brandy said, what would I tell my daughters about marriage? Feeling and knowing what I know now.
Because I believe my mom, up until a certain point, sold me a fairy tale on marriage.
Okay, well, I don't believe I was ever sold a fairy tale. I think my mom, if there was a fairy tale to sell, she killed it for me. I think that I would tell my daughters that marriage is hard and that some days you don't think you're cut out for it and some days you don't think your partner is cut out for it. That some days you are more committed than others, and that if you can find somebody who values honesty over everything, you know, honesty in a marriage is really, really, really important. Honesty about finances, honesty about intentions, honesty about expectations. You've got to be brave enough to look somebody in the face and say, like, listen, if we're going to be in the long haul here, like, I need you to know that these are the things that matter to me. And I just think that you have to be honest. Even the things I used to value so much, I used to value really good sex. I was like, if you have really good sex, you could definitely stay married. That's not even really true anymore. Forever is a long time.
Yeah,
it's a long, long time. I don't know. That's a good question. What would I tell my girls about marriage? I'm going to have to really think about that. You got to get up every day and put the work in. That I'll tell you. So if you're lazy in love, marriage is not for you. That I will tell you. Because it is excruciating work every single day. Sarah, I am so sorry for your loss. Is Brandy nude? No, she's not, Lisa. But would you like to see her nude? She's gorgeous and stunning. She's my sister. Oh my God, did I tell you guys that Brandy and I decided we're going to be sisters?
I always wanted a sister.
She never had a sister. And, I have two sisters, so I feel like I'm a pretty good sister, kind of.
She's a great sister.
And I think you guys know that Brandy's grandmother and mother died of breast cancer, because I know you guys know Brandy beat cancer because she's a rock star. And I was like, dude, I need a sister. And she was like, so funny, I need a sister. So we decided to become sisters. Like, whatever. People just decide to become things all the time.
Right.
I was like gay for a while. I was like, so why can't I be Brandy's sister? I 100% can be. So she was like, suggested, she was like, should we do the blood thing? Like when we were little, like prick our fingers and become blood sisters. And I was like, no.
So we just pinky promised.
So we just pinky promised into sisterhood. So now we're sisters. So in case you guys were wondering, I have 4 sisters: Meredith, Carolyn, little Jamie from the Dominican Republic, and Brandy.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to get ready to go to the airport. And I'll be your sister, Doreen. I will be your sister. I'll be everybody's sister. I love it. I'm
Sister
a really
girl.
good sister. Hey, sister. Hey, sister soul, sister ghost. Oh my God, I'm such a good singer. It's crazy. All right. I love you guys so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day.